What's up, everybody? Welcome to another awesome Gas Gauge podcast. We have our guest, Josh, aka Drifter Voyages. And yes, I am wearing a fucking Bob's Burgers shirt. Boom!
You are now listening to the Gas Gauge Podcast.
Dude, all right. So yeah, I wanted to surprise you on that. I was sitting here drinking my coffee, and I'm like, I want to do something fun.
Just started, dude. Yeah, just started.
We've started this, what, 3 times now? 2 times now?
Yeah.
So,
I think we've got it figured out for sure.
Welcome back, times 4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, dude, we might as well just count it as welcome back for the second time, right?
I think you like me. You keep coming back, bro.
Right, dude? It's definitely that.
Dude, you gotta do me a favor though.
What's up?
If you still have that old VOD, see if you can see that little Orby thing.
Oh, I did. So I looked at it. It was a piece of cat fur.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we zoomed it in. Me and the wife watched it. There's a piece of cat fur that just kind of went woo, up in the air. But
yeah.
From afar, it does look like some weird orb shit, for real.
When I seen that, I was like,
over and over again. We even slowed it down and all this stuff. And yeah,
awesome.
It was pretty interesting. If I still have it, I'll have it pop up on the screen so that they can know what we're talking about. But yeah, it was it's crazy too because we even watched your reaction and you could tell you're kind of huh? You're
yeah, all my focus is
yeah, you're like, what is that? Yeah.
You're gonna die, bro. Run. No.
Run.
So, originally from episode 1, for those that don't know, Drifter Voyages, my best homie ever, the best editor ever, just a good partner to have in the content world. So everybody find you a Drifter Voyages, man. You can't have mine though.
To have in the content world and in the sack. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But I appreciate that, man, dude. It's been fun, seriously, and I really appreciate being a part of the team and getting to work with your stuff, and because we're kind of growing together. You allow me to kind of have the freedom to grow as a editor alongside making your stuff, and I think that's really awesome. It allows me to try new things and add new stuff, and you're always just yeah, dude, just go for it. And I really appreciate that. Because some people they're gonna having clients, they want their things the way they want them, and that's okay. They're paying money. Can't really argue, and so it's cool that you're just dude, just go for it, man.
Yeah, dude. I like how you asked too, though, man. It's fun. It's fun because I don't think I would ever tell you no. I try to describe you to people. You have plain and simple, you have my best interests. You know what I mean when it comes to doing this.
For sure.
And I'm super grateful, man. I couldn't have brought it as far as I have without you, bro. So thank you.
Oh yeah,
seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what you been up to, homie? We've covered a couple times, but dude, you just keep throwing fireballs at me, man.
Just been working on content, dude, trying to grow in that aspect. You should always be striving to grow no matter what. As soon as you become complacent, that's when it's game over, dude. So I've been working on the YouTube stuff. Instagram's been kind of popping off. I just hit over 2K followers and subscribers on both YouTube and Instagram. They're almost growing side by side, which is really cool. I have a kind of I guess series is what you would call it, that's in the works that and I was just talking to you about it earlier. I might actually do it live on Twitch or something, where we basically reminisce about Warped Tour and watch live videos of bands playing that I enjoy at Warped Tour. And so that's going to be a thing that I want to get going as soon as I can. I'm working on an intro for it and all that stuff, all the behind the scenes, and probably either knock out a couple of videos a stream, do it that way, or maybe do them all in one stream. I don't know. We'll see. And then just periodically release the videos, cut them down and release them that way. But yeah, and then just work, family life. Kiddo is about to turn 10. My wife's birthday is this month. It's all kinds of stuff.
Busy month, man.
Yeah, dude, it is a busy month. And then the band, my band's opening up for I Set My Friends on Fire in July. They have a show this month as well with a bunch of buddies in Austin. That's going to be fun. Designs, fantastic band. Definitely recommend checking them out. They've been around for a hot minute. But yeah, we got the Set My Friends on Fire show in July and a couple of other shows in July. And we're also working on our EP and all that stuff, trying to get that done. We want to try and get it done by the end of the year. And yeah. Oh, we were just recently in our local newspaper, which was pretty cool. I don't know if I told you about that one. No. Yeah, our local newspaper did a whole spread of the band and stuff, which was pretty neat.
That's sick, dude. Was it?
Yeah, dude.
Was it for like that fundraiser you guys did a couple months back?
No, it was just a local band familiar with failures making waves. Essentially, is like what it was titled or something like that.
Dude. Yeah, you're gonna have to put this. You're gonna have to put this on the back burner, bro. Go be a rock star.
Nah,
I'd be like, I know that guy.
I know that guy, dude. I need to get some shows up in your area so that we can hang out. That's what I need to do.
Yo, my wife asked me, I think a day or two ago, she's like, okay, you got a couple of friends, which one would you want to see? I was like, Drifter.
Let's go.
She's like, she's like, Texas. I'm like, yeah, Drifter. Yeah, we're gonna go see.
Yeah,
we're gonna go to Texas.
Dude, that would be a culture shock for you guys as far as like the weather and stuff. Oof.
I don't know, dude. We get your weather, so.
Yeah, but dude, the humidity and all that, dude, man, y'all be dying.
Well, dude, my wife's originally from Texas.
Oh, okay. That's
and
cool.
then
so y'all know.
I lived there.
That's right. You lived in Texas.
I lived there for like
I
lived like 2 months. So does that make me a Texan, bro? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, dude, you just come visit. You're automatically a Texan. You buy some cowboy boots and cowboy hat and ride a horse, and you're a Texan.
I shopped at HEB once. I mean,
dude, HE Bizzle, dude.
HE Bizzle,
dude,
bro.
See more butts, bro.
Dude, so
that's what his name is.
You back on Twitch, man? Fuck, that would be awesome,
dude. So the Twitch thing, yeah. To be honest, if I do the stuff with it being live for the Warped Tour stuff, it's mainly the reason why I would have to do Twitch is just purely for the fact that YouTube Live would not allow that to happen. You know, it would totally shut me down real quick.
You do shorts though. Stuff. Do shorts?
Yeah, I could do the short form, but I do want to have it in a long form format. So it'd just be better to just do it that way.
Yeah, dude. I noticed. I was really happy. Our friend Rogan Josh started doing the YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
And I never had a problem until you said something about like you're like I can't ever watch Twitch, and now like I can't ever watch Twitch either. Dude, I don't know why.
I'm so sorry. I passed the curse on to you, dude. That app does not work for me, and it is where I work anyway. It works okay like at the house and stuff. Yeah, but where I work, man, the internet there is not all that great, and then also I have like no phone service, so it's like for some reason YouTube can like push it out, but Twitch just does not agree. It does not agree with my phone and where I'm at, and it sucks because we have all our buddies on there, and I want to support, especially whenever I'm working, and I can just throw my headphones in and listen and stuff, and it just buffers the whole time. Chat will work, like I could sit and chat, but like. It doesn't count as a view. I already tested that theory out, so I was like, yeah, it is what it is.
Dude, so speaking of Twitch, I'm thinking about maybe booting a stream or two up.
Yeah, let's go.
I was talking to our friend Mikey, dude. He's been streaming again, so I've been dropping in on him, bro. And he was saying,
how's he doing?
He's doing good, man. He seems like he's doing good. Dude, he has like this camera that like tracks. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Oh
like,
yeah, I saw that. I saw he posted something on Twitter about that.
He stood up and it like followed him. I'm like, what? Does he got a cameraman now, bro?
Yeah, dude, those cameras are pretty dope. There's another streamer that I watched whenever I was over on Kick. His name is Hey It's Rough.
Okay.
And he used to be in a band that played Headbangers Ball. His band was on Headbangers Ball. But anyway, he has one of those cameras, dude. Like he can kind of like when he goes like this, the camera literally like follows him. It's pretty dope. Yeah, those things are cool.
Yeah, could you imagine if you were like trying to like blow your nose or something? You're like, do you mind, bro? Like,
right? Yeah. God, like, damn it. Like, let me go off screen just a little bit. Come on,
dude. It was weird. It followed him out the door, and he didn't know. It was the funny part until he came back. We all told him. But like when it followed him out the room, it like ended up looking up at his ceiling fan. I was like, oh, it's so like if he wouldn't have said nothing, that would have been so creepy, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Oh man, like I think it's like ghosties or something, dude. That would trip me out. That would definitely trip me out for sure.
But yeah, I'm thinking about doing the streams. I've also had thoughts about doing a reaction channel myself. Just have fun, you know what I mean? Because me and you had that talk. Like there's a select few people that like feel music, like feel it, like internally. Like, dude, there's songs that make me cry. You know what I mean? Like I can hear a live band and it could sound badass, but like I'm like, oh my god, they're playing so good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, dude, like that, you can definitely do that. The cool thing about reaction content is it can be all kinds of things, like even not even music. Like if you're into another good one that if I wish I would have kept at it because I feel like I would have gotten somewhere is reacting to like creepy TikToks.
Ooh,
like
dude, I remember you did that. You did that in your
like
Discord.
that was super fun. Like, and it was very interactive, you know, with having the chat sending videos and all that kind of stuff. Like you could do that. You could do funny TikTok or like what was that one thing
I
want to do?
I want to do fails, like pranks or fails.
Yeah, pranks or fails. Yeah, and like something like that. But I looked up, so it's called musical frisson. You get like all of these different like emotions, like you'll get goosebumps, all these different things. That only happens to about 10% of the population.
Yeah, dude, of people. That's me. I fall into that.
But studies have also shown that it's roughly, so that's 10%, and then just like overall like feeling an emotion, like the song evoking an emotion, it's about roughly 50%. But the getting the actual like body chills and like the like they call it like lightning bolts like in your under your skin kind of thing, that's only like 10% of people. Yeah, so like that's really interesting that, you know, there are people, like it blows my mind that there are people out there that don't experience that.
Dude,
they
same.
just listen to a song and they're like, oh yeah, that song's good or whatever.
Dude, I was just thinking that, like, should I trust people that don't get that? Like, because dude,
Right?
me and my wife will do that. We'll listen to a new song and we're both looking at each other like this. We're like, dude, look, goosebumps.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you too.
Yeah. It's like, man, dude. And you know, I've never really paid attention to it enough to like think like, oh, do I know people that don't get that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like that should be a friend question.
I always assumed, you want to be my friend? Do you get goosebumps whenever you listen to music? And they're like, no, and it's like, this isn't gonna work out.
Yeah. It's not you. It's definitely me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm a part of the 10%. My bad. I don't want to mix. Like people that can't experience music the way that I do. Like.
Hey,
you gotta
that's
appreciate it like me. Like, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine that being like some kind of weird like separation thing? Like, Jesus, that would be so bad. Like, now we're worried about that, guys. Like, come on.
That's gonna be the next shirt, bro. The 10%. So it's gonna be like 10% of what? The music level.
Wouldn't you like to know? If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you don't know, I'm gatekeeping. Totally a gatekeeper. Dude, speaking of that, dude, so I had a talk with somebody at work. We'll say coworker, about how they were super successful on Instagram and they were able to push companies, push ads for companies and make revenue. I think he said he made about 4,000 a year, or not a year, sorry, 4,000 a month just on that. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
And I'm like, what's the secret, dude? Like, what are you doing if you're able to get all these accounts?
Yeah.
And they said, you just work the system, you buy views, you buy subs, you buy this, you buy that. And he made it seem so easy that it felt wrong, bro. So I questioned it. I was thinking about doing it, and then I'm like, I think I would stop. I think I would it would be in the moment. I'd be so hyped. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm partnered. And then I'd be like, I didn't earn this and I'm done now. Yeah. You know what I mean? It wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, so like with that, there's the whole, I've used thing for promotional things like on TikTok and Instagram a couple of times. I've learned some things about how there is a way to organically grow while using those tools, because that's what they are at the end of the day, is tools. Right. As far as those platforms go. Now, like buying viewers and stuff on like streaming platforms and stuff is a little more like I can't really agree with that. I understand why some people might resort to that to try and like especially like on Twitch, for example, the whole thing where the more views you have, the higher up you are in the list for that game. So like it makes you easier to discover, because somebody's not going to go to page 20 to see who's streaming this game. They're going to go from the first, we might do that because we like to watch like streamers that don't have a lot of viewers, but that's not the common, thing. Like, we're just different. Yeah. We're part of that 10%. Like, well, you know,
that 10%, 10%.
But so there's that whole aspect where they want to be on the first 5 pages, I think is what they usually say, where if you're on the first 5 pages, you have a very higher chance of being discovered. So that makes sense in that aspect. But at the same time, people use it, and they don't use it as a tool. They use it as a way to step on people to get to the top, which, buying, I could see, okay, you get, your streams are sitting at like 20 viewers. You want to be at 50. So you pay for 30 viewers to help you get onto page 5 of that. Like that, okay, I get that. But then when you're buying a 10,000 viewers and then trying to act like you're pulling all these people, and when in reality you're not, like, dude, like, you got to be real with yourself at some point, and be real with the people that actually are there, that isn't true. And then also the whole aspect too with companies buying viewers, which sucks. I had told you before about that situation where that streamer, she had no idea that she had people in her community that were essentially trying to help her out, but they bought viewers for her channel for that stream, and she's thinking that she's like, oh my god, like, I'm finally something, but then it ended up being bought viewers, and it like kind of like it hurt her feelings, and like all that kind of stuff, and they didn't mean it in that sense. And then there's also people who do that in a malicious way. They'll buy viewers strictly for the reason of then turning around using programs that spot view botting, and then saying that these people are view botting when they don't even know that this is even happening in the first place. They think that they're just having a good stream. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of like bad to it, and with the things like Instagram and TikTok paying for promotion, like if you look about it that way in the terms of like the language used, buying viewers, paying for promotion. Those are two different. Those two sentences mean different things. Like, buying viewers is not a promotional. It's supposed to be used as a promotional tool, getting you higher up on that page, but in reality, it's not. It's for boasting. Trying to make it seem like you're like a badass when you're not.
My only argument, bro, is that like it's all third party. You know what I mean? If it was okay, it would be integrated. Instagram has it. You know what I mean? You can boost your posts on Instagram. TikTok has it. You can boost your posts on TikTok. I'm pretty sure X or Twitter, whatever. I think that has it. You know what I mean? But when it comes to streaming platforms, dude, it's bullshit. It's, you know what I mean? You can't.
But like you said, if it was something that was really okay, then there would be a button on your Twitch mod platform thing to say like boost.
I look at it like this too, man. You got guys that can buy, Porsches, Lamborghinis, hot rods, and then you have the guys that start with the Honda Accord. And they put the turbo in, and then they put the engine, or I don't know cars.
Build it from the ground up, make that sleeper car.
So yeah, dude, you go ahead and be that hot shot that can throw the money around. That's great, but don't take any credit from the guys that started from the bottom and then didn't buy them. Those guys should be a little more credible than the other
exactly. That's
sorry, that's my rant
on the head on that one.
That's my rant of the day, dude. And like I said, the sad thing is that he made it seem so okay. You know what I mean? And I guess in some senses it is. You know what I mean? If you got the money and you want to take that route, I disagree with it. But that is just an opinion. You buy them viewers, homie. You buy them up. You do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, I got no respect for you. I don't. I'm sorry.
I do have to ask though. Was this in this conversation with this person? Was it in the context of things like Instagram and TikTok, or was it in the context of YouTube and streaming?
He told me he's got Google Docs for anything I want.
But I know, but like, what was his business based around? Was it based around
his was anything? He could take any platform and do it with that method.
Interesting.
But he said there was times where he would take an account and somebody wanted so much and they didn't know the risk. He gave the company the password. Yang took the fucking account, bro. That's the risk you play, guys. Boys and girls, you want to go down that's some dark web shit. You want to play that game, dude? Know your fucking risk, bro. Because that's what I'm saying. As soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, dude. You know what? Slow growth ain't so bad, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's dirty, dude. Oh.
You want to send some viewers my way? That's on you. Yeah. You do it. you know the name, you know the game, bro. But I will never give somebody my account information.
Yeah, no,
you and my wife are probably the only people that I would give access to my account.
Yeah. Even like, what's cool is like with like YouTube and stuff, you can actually have editor, like you can designate somebody and it only gives them enough access to be able to upload or whatever, or edit the YouTube site in the sense of whatever you give them permission to do.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing, but straight up giving like, yeah, here's the email, here's the password, like yada yada, like that. Yeah, that only trusted people don't ever, if anybody ever asks for any of. There's a reason why there's the two-step verification stuff and all of that, is because, dude, like it's protecting, because in reality, man, people can dive in and find your address, like your actual address, actual name, if you haven't had that out into the public yet, like things like that. Like, oh
yeah,
damn,
dude, and no offense, Call of Duty's been training us for these days for a long time, dude. They didn't step up and say 1,600 Microsoft points for a modded lobby. No, dude, you don't give them 1,600 Microsoft points away, bro. You ain't getting a modded lobby.
No, that's oh man, dude. Oh, that's brutal, bro. I cannot believe that.
Another topic, bro. Since I got you, let's talk about it, dude. Am I gonna see you over in the Black Ops 6, bro?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I am so pumped for that. That video, by the way, I watched that video with Stone Mountain, how he got to kind of like play around with it a little bit. Though, dude, the mechanics, the movement mechanics, I'm super pumped about it. I can't wait. I love that we get to be, we're not gonna dive into that game late. We're gonna be able to get to learn with all of the greats in a way, So it's like, that's gonna be cool to be able to be on the same level as all the people that we play against now. That I think that me and you, we hold our own, guys. We hold our own in lobbies. I mean, Gas over here pulling 80 bombs and dropping Moabs and shit, and every 5 seconds he's like, I've got a turret on every corner of the map, it's ridiculous. Fun, and I mean, I'm all right too, when I'm not grinding for camos and getting frustrated.
See,
but
that's what makes you better though, dude. Like I'm like the only gun I'm that good with is the gun that you set me up for. Dude, you set it up for Resurgence, and I was like, I'm like, nah, dude, I want to use this gun every Resurgence, like every game.
What is it? The 545?
The SVA or whatever.
SVA, yeah. It's like if you set up the class a certain way, it shoots 2 bullets every time you pull the trigger, but it's technically single shot. And I mean, it'll melt people like that. Like it's crazy. You just tap that trigger, gives you more control. But yeah, man. So like we have experience, we have skill. I can say that with confidence, and so we're gonna be able to get to go in with skill and kind of grow with everybody, and I'm really excited about that. And also the game looks pretty cool. It looks like it has a story, which is really neat. I love Black Ops is kind of like, what do they call it, like psyops kind of stuff, where it's like this espionage, dude, and all that. I love that stuff. So like pretty cool. And it's they also call that alternative history, where it's like kind of the behind the scenes, like the Black Ops stuff that went on that like people don't talk about. You know what I mean? Like, well, and that's pretty neat.
I think they're getting close to us, or no? Yeah, that's gonna be like not current events, but probably like. So, I heard rumors that it had parts of 9/11 in it. That could just be rumored, though. I don't know.
Wow. So all the way up until 2000s. Oh wow.
That could be wrong.
I saw Clinton. Clinton was one of the presidents in the trailer, right? Which he was 90s.
So it might be. Right? It might be. Pre 9/11. But
yeah. But that's interesting. That's interesting. If they're willing to kind of touch base on that, I'm sure that they could touch base on that and give it the the credit that it deserves, as far as like emotion and expressing, because that was a very tragic event.
Yeah, it was fucked up,
U.S. history. There's a lot of tragic events in U.S. history, but it does feel, I don't want to say too soon, but it could feel too soon for people.
Yeah,
so I agree. Like I do feel like they'll be able to kind of like, I think that Treyarch would be good at being able to navigate that in a way that's respectful and understand and not hurt people that have that were hurt by that event. We pretty much that was one of those events where the whole world went quiet. That'll be interesting to see if they do that. That'll be cool to see.
Dude, I still remember that day, bro.
Me too.
I got out of school, and like I don't know, I never really messed with politics. I mean, we were kids, so like I was I told my mom, I said, I want to go hang out with my homies, you know? And she's like, no, you're not leaving today. I'm like, what? Like, I want to.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like, I want to go play Legos with my friends. And then she like turns on the TV and I'm like, what?
I remember sitting there and being terrified because I had no idea what this meant. Like, it was like, and I was just like, dude, like, are we like going to war? Like, what is happening?
Are we good?
Yeah, like,
are we good?
Do I need to like be ready to be like a child soldier?
Yeah,
you know?
am I
like,
throwing my skateboard at somebody?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But yeah, man, that was crazy. It's crazy that we've lived through that. It does kind of make me feel old, you know. But I guess every generation kind of has that story in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, we've had a couple, dude. I heard millennials have had quite a banger, bro.
We've lived through the end of days. We've lived through things like 9/11. We've lived through pandemics.
Yeah, the housing crisis, the gasoline.
Y2K, Y2K, where they're like, hey, when you go to bed, there's a possibility that you won't wake up because all the nuclear bombs are going to fly up in the sky at the same time and just destroy the world because computers are resetting.
You're like, cool. I'm gonna try to sleep now.
Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't have no problem going to sleep.
Like, what the hell is that, you know? Man. Crazy times, dude. Crazy times.
Dude, so that's awesome. We're gonna be killing it on. I'll be there with you, by the way. I didn't
hell yeah, dude.
I'm super excited. It
comes out in 2024 though. It's like October 2024 or something.
I don't think so. No, I think it comes
25?
out. I think it comes out like in a couple months, October.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, it's 2024.
Yeah. It comes out this year.
Dude, I literally saw October 2024 and was like, that's next year.
No.
Oh my god, dude, it's 2024, bro.
It's crazy to think I've been at my job tomorrow a year.
Oh, dude, congratulations. It's awesome.
No, but it doesn't feel like a year, bro. That's the scary part. Like, life was like, skirt.
It does. It speeds up and usually wants to slow down at the worst parts, you know? Like, kind of like that. Yeah. It always goes fast at the good parts, right?
I'd be okay if the brakes hit the brakes at this point. I would be 100% okay with that.
For sure. Like, my daughter, she turns 10 next month and I'm like, dude,
can you
remember when I changed your diapers, dude? It's nuts, dude. It's like, you know, it feels like it was just yesterday she was born, and it's crazy.
Man, it's okay. She'll be changing your diapers soon, so don't worry.
Right, dude. Yeah, I'm old, bro. So old.
You're like, speaking of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at her and be like, remember when you were a kid? I just made a poopy.
That's awesome, dude.
My turn.
So, dude, let's yeah, you got anything you want to cover before we get into like the fun nitty gritty?
Dude, let's get into the nitty gritty, bro.
Yeah, the main topic of the day, man, the thing that is going to be on the thumbnail, people want to know, what are you doing about the fact of, you know, we talked previously with Rogue and Josh about account killers. I hate saying that, dude, because they're not. They are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. What do you do? Like, we'll start with, how are you feeling about that? Because you like those songs, you like those bands. And then what steps are you taking to avoid, you know, the punishment of it?
Okay, yeah. So for context, if you guys haven't, you should go watch the Rogue and Josh episode, by the way. But they did, you know, you talked about like, you guys talked about how there are certain bands. It's like roughly like 30 bands where if you listen to their music, they kind of have this huge following that'll come through and they watch every reactor's like reaction to whatever song that band does. And it's great in the sense that you'll get a bunch of follows from it. You'll get a bunch of comments and views on that certain video. You know, like there's bands like Nightwish, BABYMETAL, BAND-MAID are just a few of the ones that were mentioned and talked about. But like, what sucks is then what happens is these people come in and they'll sub to you and they'll you know, watch videos that have to do with those bands, but they won't watch anything else. And so, yeah, you can essentially in a month, like Josh said, like make it to YouTube Partner, get your watch time, get your subs and everything within like a month or two if you just do those bands, because you're going to get, you know, I was sadly, I reacted to the band Nightwish, not knowing that this was a thing, and that that's like still my highest viewed long form video at like 17K or something like that, and I went from, dude, I don't even remember. I was at like, I'd made it to what, like roughly like 700 subs or something like that.
Yeah,
or
blew
something
up,
around
dude.
there. And then I jumped and went past 1,000 like almost overnight. Like it was insane.
Real quick,
And,
can you tell us who Nightwish is? Just that way the listeners.
yeah, so Nightwish is a band that they're like kind of like opera. I can't remember the exact terminology. It's like opera metal.
It's Skyrim metal.
Yeah, they're really, really good. Fantastic band. I literally titled the thumbnail MMORPG metal because that like I could jam them and just play like Skyrim all day and be content with life. Like it's very cool. The lead singer Floor, she is a classically trained like opera singer, so adding that element to it was awesome. I accidentally compared her to Amy Lee and got a lot of shit for it. But that was all I had to compare to. They're overseas. I can't remember exactly what country they're from. I don't want to say the wrong answer, but from the United States. They're not from the United States. They're from overseas. Yeah, dude, and it's beautiful music and a great, like, paints this amazing picture, and there's like the guitar work, drum work, everything about it is fantastic. It's really cool. Definitely recommend checking out. It might not be, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. It's not music that I listen to on the regular. Whenever I listen to it, I was like, whoa, this is really cool, and I did dive more into their stuff, and I enjoy their stuff, but it's not my favorite kind of metal. Okay, so I'll just put it at that. But yeah, like, so like this band's like, these people, they come in and their community is very nice, but it's also, like Josh kind of described it, as toxic, and I agree and disagree with that. It's toxic in the sense that they're solely focused on that band, and that is the greatest band to them. Nobody else is better. You know what I mean? And that's not fair. The bands are awesome in their own right. Every band is. At least that's what I believe in. I can watch and listen to any band, any music in reality in general, really, and just find what I enjoy about it. I can listen to show tunes and be like, oh, this is cool. I really like the story, or I like the beat, or whatever. I can find what I enjoy in it. As I can listen to stadium country from the early 2000s and like Kenny Chesney, and be like, this was dope. I remember growing up listening. You know what I mean? And so like that's, I think, where the toxicity comes into play. That, and also the fact that they won't watch anything else but that. So that's where the channel killing aspect comes into play, because they'll only watch that stuff. So then whenever you post a video, if majority of your subscribers came from that video of Nightwish, for instance, and they're not watching anything else that you put out aside from Nightwish videos, then YouTube, whenever you first upload a video, that box is automatically checked where it's like, send a notie to your subscribers. YouTube is going to sit there and it's going to red flag your video because none of your subscribers, since they're all Nightwish fans or all BABYMETAL fans or BAND-MAID fans or whatever, they're not watching your video. So they're like, why would we push your video if your own subscribers are not watching your video?
Right.
So then it tanks you in the algorithm, which sucks. Like, I have videos that have like 8 views after that, and I was so pumped because I had no idea that this was happening to me, and I post the next video and it doesn't really do it, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's like, I hit YouTube partner and I'm not making any money because none of my shit's getting looked at, and it sucks. And so that's where the whole channel killer aspect comes from, because a lot of people don't know what's wrong. They're like, I'm making the videos the same way I've made all the other ones. Like, why is all of a sudden like nothing working?
Right.
Like, why am I not? And they're like, I just made it to YouTube partner for no reason, and then they give up. And they're like, oh, well,
So I wonder if that same thing, I was sitting here thinking while you were explaining that, and we've talked about it a couple times. We've actually been talking about it for a couple months now, it seems like. Yeah. Now, what if the same thing, like, oh my God, Drifter, I'm a podcaster, bro, but I'm all over the place because I like to cover every topic. Oh my God, Drifter, I'm a variety gamer, dude. I don't know what to do. You think that same method would kind of play the same role, since you're kind of like a variety metal reactor? I have thought of that. I definitely have thought of that, where I'm like, oh, I'll listen to pop punk, I'll listen to metalcore, I'll listen to symphonic metal is what it's called for Nightwish. Oh,
now
Nightwish,
I remember.
okay.
Yeah.
Good
I'll
shit,
listen
bro.
to the symphonic metal. I'll listen to the Japanese metal, or whatever. I've done a lot. Or Norwegian black metal is another one. Like all
Dude,
these
those
other
guys are
ones.
sick.
Yeah. Yeah, Norwegian black metal is fun. Yeah, I've thought about that, where it's like, okay, so those bands are they're different enough. They have metal in the genre, but metalcore and like Norwegian black metal are like night and day almost, no pun intended. Can you guess which one's night? No, but yeah, so but yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like, okay, yeah, like I've thought about that, where I'm like, okay, is that a thing? And we've talked about this before, especially like you with your podcasting, because when you look at it, you're a podcast for content creators. I think Josh nailed that aspect, where he said that he was like, you are the content creators podcast, where they can come for not only information, but also finding content creators they might want to link up with or enjoy or check out and things like that. So like in a way, because of that, and also how you have certain topics that you want to talk about that are in the content creator world, but are their own topics. It's not that you're just talking about content creation and like this broad spectrum. You're like, okay, one thing that content creators deal with, like you have that episode about hackers. You talked about hackers, and that's what it's so like.
Yeah, dude.
That puts you in a specific like area of the broad scheme of content creation, but it's only for that episode. So it's like, does that hurt you in the sense that, oh, okay, so it's not just content creation, it's only little snippets of content creation, and how like, since it's niched down that much and only focused on one episode, can that like make you be sporadic in the algorithm? And so like, we kind of talked about helping with that, like, okay, well, maybe you should have certain hashtags and keywords that you use in every episode in the description and whenever you're posting, to see if that helps you get put into the algorithm of those, since you know that people that would be interested in what you're talking about per episode in each of those hashtags and keywords or whatever. And I think that that's a part of it, because I did find out something, and this is the second part of what you were talking about, how am I working around what I experienced with the channel killer bands and things like that, is I learned recently that whenever you're a smaller channel, or a channel with a lot of quote unquote dead subscribers is what they call it, which technically for me, like the Nightwish video, for instance, since a lot of those people are only dedicated to that one band, I can kind of call them dead subscribers. They'll always come around if I do another Nightwish video or another BABYMETAL video or another BAND-MAID video, but that's only when they'll come around. So they're technically dead subscribers for all my other videos. So what I found out was this, is that little box that I said is always checked, where it sends the notification to your subscribers and stuff. If you uncheck that box, what it does is it skips that whole step where it sends a noti out to your subscribers and everything. So the algorithm is only focused, it's not included in the algorithm's data about that video. So then the next thing that YouTube does is it looks at your keywords and your hashtags. Like, even if you do have that box checked, it'll send that out. You'll get a red flag for it, but then it's like, okay, so we're not going to really push it, but let's look at the keywords and hashtags. But you already have that red flag, so that's why it kind of kills the video, and YouTube doesn't put as much effort into pushing your video out to people.
Right.
So if you uncheck that box, it skips that step, so you don't have that red flag. So then the algorithm solely focuses on your keywords, your hashtags and title, and like what's going on in your video. So when you have dead subscribers, or if you're a small channel, even like if you only have 100 subscribers, more than likely those subscribers are subscribed to you because they like your content. So I would leave it checked. But like for instance, you grew this channel on the Fortnite when we were doing the Fortnite gaming stuff. So for you, it would be beneficial to uncheck that box, focus on your keywords and hashtags and things like that in your title and in your description of your video and all of that.
Right.
And do it that way, so that the algorithm solely focuses on that to push your video. I've worked on this and it works. It works. I've had it work for me. I have a short, for instance. It was a short of Alex Terrible with the KOD video, the music video that Slaughter to Prevail just dropped, and he did the zombie, the Call of Duty zombie scream or whatever. Yeah. Which, by the way, everyone highly recommend listening to that song. It's bonkers.
Yeah, it's good. That's good soup.
But last time I checked, that short was at like 44K views, which is insane.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
And I think that if I would have had that box checked, it would have never hit that. There was a long form video that I did the same thing. And in all honesty, whenever I posted it, I was like, this isn't gonna hit, because you have videos like that. Like it's kind of like what Rogan Josh said. He's like, I want to do the music I enjoy, which is what I'm doing as well. I take recommendations in the sense that if I know that they're bands that fit the music that I enjoy.
Yeah.
At first, I was just doing recommendations of whatever they said, and like I said, Nightwish and things like that. It bit me in the ass. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do the music that I know for a fact I enjoy, and also if I'm up for it that day to try something new, then I'm willing to try something new, kind of thing. Yeah. So I did the long form video, and I was like, I enjoyed it. Whatever. I don't care. It's content that's going out. It'll grow over time, because that's another thing for anybody listening that's just starting out. Don't lose sight and don't get discouraged. YouTube is a long road thing, and just because your video doesn't blow up overnight doesn't mean that you're necessarily doing something wrong. Always try to grow in your craft. Always be learning new things and really trying to absorb as much knowledge as possible. But don't sit there and be like, I posted 2 videos on YouTube and none of it's got 5 views. Like, don't do that. Like, I wouldn't even worry about numbers until you've pumped out, I would say, at least 50 to 75 long form videos. Dude. Not shorts, long form videos. I'm talking at least 8 minutes long videos. When you've done that, then look at your metrics, because 1, YouTube will actually have metrics for you to understand, and 2, if you've done 100 videos, your craft is going to at least get a little better. If your first video and your 100th video look the same, that's a problem.
That's a big problem.
Yeah. So but yeah. So like, yeah, dude, just like, I know that it works. It worked for me. And does it work every time? No. I told you right before we started, I had that comment where they're like, man, the algorithm just hates you today, huh? Because you have all this great production in your video, and then I see people that are recording the audio of the song through their speakers through a phone microphone or whatever.
Dude, speaking of that,
10,000 views. What's up?
You told me go reach out on Reddit, right? And you usually 9 times out of 10 your advice is spot on. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna go say hi to people on Reddit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had this nice message. You can post it there if you want, but it was basically me saying like, hey, be gentle. I'm new to Reddit, like, because I've seen a lot of Reddit posts go south. It was me kind of asking if there's any other podcasts out there that are like mine, because all in all, dude, you guys are my homies, but I'm the only one out of the group that does podcasting. So it was kind of me reaching out to see if there's others out there that are like me that I can shoot ideas with. You know what I mean? Like oh, you podcast with so and so. Oh, like that's awesome. Yeah. So me and this one guy on there start talking, and he was like, hey, he's like, basically he was talking about a magazine or something, and they're like, there was something called audio drama, and there was a bunch of like high-end people over there, and he's like, if you're ever ready for these guys, let me know. I got you. I'll set something up. And I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, that's sweet, dude. The fucking moderator, and I'm talking to you, dude, fucking deleted the thread, bro. The moderator deleted the fucking thread, dude. Fuck you. Dude, I will never know who that guy is now.
I will say that is issue that I have heard multiple times with Reddit.
They fucking
like that's a problem. Yeah. Yeah, and sadly that's a thing. I will say that I still think that Reddit is a worth it place to be, especially for podcasting. But take screenshots. If the conversation looks like it's going good, to take a screenshot of their name. Or follow them. That's a cool thing too, is don't ever be afraid to like, at least follow them or something, because that also promotes, more engagement, and shows that, you're interested in that person, in the sense of like still continuing a conversation. So if things like that happen, and it sucks, dude. There are a lot of Reddits that I've heard, a lot of Reddit horror stories where like they have moderators that just abuse their power and things like that. And sadly, it's a thing. And you just, you got to roll with the punches on that. But I'm sorry that happened.
Dude, I was like, oh, cool. Dude. I'm making friends, dude. This is sick. And some shitty moderator, bro. Talking to you, moderator. If you ever listen to this, fuck you. Yeah, we're going to have to start bleeping these out, bro.
I think that'd be really funny though, because like all the bleeps, because we cuss like sailors. So
well, dude, I was actually gonna talk to you about that. Maybe I should start bleeping these out, so that way I can kind of take it off the explicit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, that is a thing, and it also helps with sponsorships.
Yeah, let's do that. If you're cool with
Okay.
that, I know that's an extra thing for you, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Yo, that's totally my luck though, you know what I mean? Like, oh dude, my thread's taken off, it had views and shit, like people were commenting. Like another guy said on there, he's like, "Hey man, I checked out your podcast and I think you should put like those segment markers." And I'm like, "Oh dude, I never thought of that, bro. Like that'd be cool." I mean, I don't know how, but
I will say with segment markers, the only thing that kind of can be unbeneficial to that is like, okay, so like right, right before we started really talking about the stuff with the channel killer songs and everything, you kind of said like, okay, we're gonna move on to the main topic, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they might skip and go straight to the main topic.
When I built this, I guess the platform of how I wanted my podcast, bro, I made it purposely at the end, so that way, dude, eat your dinner, you get the pie. You know what I mean? That's just
yeah, for sure. Yeah. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? or whatever Meatloaf said, like, yeah.
But yeah, dude, we covered the Call of Duties. That's gonna be a fun ride. I'm so excited about that. We covered the bad but beneficial side to the reacts, and we also covered how to correct it. And like he said, it could I've been doing it, and I've noticed on some it's good and on some it's bad, and maybe that's just YouTube saying, like with the shorts, I post 2 shorts, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. and my 7 a.m. one sees like 2 people, my 7 p.m. one sees 40 to 500, you know what I mean? So I think that's just YouTube saying, bro, you don't got to do 2 a day, bro. You ain't
yeah. That's where reading your analytics, which is always recommended, comes into play. Now, I cannot stress enough, especially when you're a small channel. I said earlier, don't worry, don't worry about numbers, worry about content, worry about honing your craft and making great content. And whenever you get to 100 videos, then worry about your numbers. But at the same time, though, that doesn't mean that you should just completely ignore your analytics. It can live in the same room of not allowing numbers to affect you, but also start learning how to read these analytics and kind of paying attention to it. What you just said there, your analytics are telling me, don't post at 7 a.m. Yeah. Save those things for 7 p.m. and do 1 a day, 7 p.m., and do it like that. And what's cool about that is then you always know that every day you've got something coming out. You don't got to stress about trying to get 2 done. You can just stress about getting 1 or do 2 a day, since you know that you can do that, but schedule them for 1 a day. You know what I mean? Edit 2 a day, but schedule them for 1 a day. And that might take some, stress off of you, and things like that.
Dude, something else I thought of too is, since all those shorts look the same, I wonder if YouTube is thinking I'm uploading the same thing over and over.
That could be possible. That could be possible.
So like it's like YouTube's like, dude, you uploaded this again and again and again and again. Like, we already gave you your numbers, bro. Stop.
Be careful. You might get you a spam strike, and then that can hurt you.
Dude, I think I gotta cool it on the Rogan Josh ones. I still have like 20 of them that I can send out, but it's like
the thing that I would do is I would do what you were doing before, where you have the blurred background and the question appear first, and then it go into that. I would do that, and that would be enough change to like probably make YouTube be like, oh, okay, those are 2 different things. Like,
yeah,
he asked this question here, and now and then he has this question here. That's just my personal opinion, but that requires more editing. So yeah, that's up to you, bro.
Hey, yo, Drift. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I give you too much work as it is. Fuck.
Dude, nah, man. Nah. I'm just gonna start throwing bad words in there just to like I got another beep.
I'll be like, man, you forgot a beep. No,
right. I was gonna say, just like accidentally miss a beep every like episode. Like, there's and then like put in the comment or put in the description, give me the time frame of where the actual like fuck wasn't beeped, and I'll give you a cookie or something. I don't know, just to get engagement.
You're gonna be like, I got new terms. You gotta like tell me where each curse word is, and I'll go through. You want to start throwing bombs? You're gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, dude. Hey man, audience, if you haven't, check Drifter Voyages out on every single platform. He is there. He's bringing the awesome reacts, dude. He does them all. He did one just recently with who was it? Jelly Roll and
and Falling in Reverse.
Yeah, dude. Why am I drawing a blank to his name?
So many people that were so upset about that. But what's
his name? Why can't I think of his name?
Oh, Ronnie Radke.
Ronnie Radke. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude. He's gonna hate me for that, but no. Dude,
there.
Right there.
If you get a TikTok reaction to him getting mad about that, you've made it, bro. I would be so honored. I don't care if he was talking shit to me. I would be so honored for that.
Dude, that video, I think people aren't realizing that video spoke more words than what it actually was.
Yeah.
Get out of your wheelhouse and have fun. Mm-hmm. Have
because that's
fun,
exactly what it was.
You think these two were like, oh my god, dude, it's two different genres? No, they were like, bro, you want to do a video?
Yeah. I think there's an interview where Ronnie says he like kind of hit Jelly Roll up about it, and next thing you know, Jelly Roll's on a plane like, let's go, let's do this, you know, like everything like, and dude, yeah, man, like it's just all fun, and that's like with my channel, that's the biggest thing about what I do is like my sole purpose when I do a reaction is I want to check this out and I want to have fun. I don't care that you think it sounds like shit. I don't care. It's about my opinion. That's what it's about. And I'll have people come in there and I've had people that, you're not genuine. You can't be this happy. And it's like, you know what? It's really sad that you are that fucking mad all the fucking time that you can't believe that somebody can't just have a good time and listen to a song.
Exactly.
Yeah. What does that say about you, homie? You know what I mean?
You
like,
mad. You mad.
You mad. Yeah, you need to go chill out.
You got that negative KD ratio. You that
right,
mad.
Dude. Man, sorry. That was just I keep getting those comments. I'm like, dude, why are thank you for giving me the helping me with the algo, commenting and watching the video and feeling the need to have your negative bullshit, You realize you're just benefiting me.
Oh yeah, dude. You got to feed the trolls under the bridge, man. You feed them, they'll just and you just give them another piece of bread, and they're like, just.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys.
They know they're spinning my wheel. That's all they're doing, dude.
You guys, Drifter, thank you so much. If you guys haven't, hit the like button, drop a comment, and definitely subscribe for more awesome content. If you guys know anybody that feel like they'd be a great guest on the Gas Gauge podcast, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Any last messages, dude? You want to take us out of here, bro?
Guys, thank you so much for listening. Like Gas said, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, drop a comment, and tell us who your favorite Bob's Burger character is, since Gas is wearing a Bob's Burger shirt. I don't know. I like that kind of engagement. But yeah, make sure you tell somebody that you love them, and we'll see you later.
Peace. Let's go, dude.
And this concludes the Gas Gauge Podcast. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you think.